In the next couple minutes, I'm going to show you how to skin a raccoon hit by a car. It's very graphic. We're starting with the liver, which is on top of my hand. That is also the intestinal tract, along with the stomach and other bits of the organs that had been damaged. As you can see, it does look quite ripped up. That is just from being hit by the vehicle. There's also, as you can see, pieces of muscle that are still stuck to the organs. It's also just from the damage. This is the lungs and heart. The lungs are resting on top of my hand, the heart is underneath my hand. This is a North American raccoon. They're very common in North America, for those of you who do not know. They're found everywhere from the countryside right down to the neighborhoods. This one weighs approximately about 30 pounds, I would say. It's a very large specimen. Classic rings around the eyes, they're the blackout eyes, along with the ringtail, which I am showing there. This here is just fat. It has a lot of fat in it, which I'll have to remove later after I skin it. Right now I'm working on removing the left rear leg out from the skin. It's kind of like taking a glove off and you have to cut it off when you take it off. It's a lot of cutting and pulling to get the legs out of the skin. As you can see here, it had actually bitten through its own tongue, either from being hit by the car or going into a rigor mortis after it had died. I'm still working on getting that leg out. As you can see, I got to the point where I can just kind of pull it all the way down to the calf. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut off the foot at the ankle bone and keep the foot inside of the skin. But it's really hard to do, not because of the bone, actually because of the tendons. They're a lot harder to cut through actually than the bone is. Here I'm actually removing the tail from the spine so I can move the rest of the carcass out of the way because it makes the skinning a lot easier to do and faster. Here I'm actually removing the tail from inside of the skin. And for those of you random people who want to know what a raccoon's butthole looks like, there you go. Also, my mom asked the sex of the raccoon. I didn't know because of the damage that was done, but I later found the sex organ in which it was a female. Here I'm just showing the carcass of the animal, showing the inside of the rib cage where the organs would have been placed, all the way up along the spinal column to the hips. The white you see on the thighs is actually all just fat. And right there is where the rectum actually goes through to the back end. And in the back, that's where it exits. Here I am showing the damage that was done. As you can see how red it looks and it's bloody. Normally if you find an animal that wasn't killed by getting hit by a car or something tragic, it won't look like that. It'll be very clean. This is a bruise that was caused by the damage. This is the inside of the rib cage. As you can see, the ribs are very flexible like a cat, so they can squeeze through tight spaces if they need to. That is a bruise also as well. That is either being from hit by the car or from careening into the sidewalk after being hit. But there was a lot of internal bleeding right in the rib cage right there. I am now working on the front left leg, getting it out of the skin. As you can see, there's damage to the outside of the arm that was done during the accident, but during taxidermy that is fixable to where you won't even know it ever happened. And once again, I have to cut around it and then be able to pull it forward until I can cut the foot off. Here I'm also showing another injury. The shoulder was completely broken on the right side from being hit. Meanwhile, on the left, as you can see, it is completely normal. I am removing the front right leg now from the skin. And as you can see here, along the rib cage on that side, there is a big hole that is also from being hit. Now that I got the leg off, all I have left is the head. So all you do is move up from the shoulders, cutting along the neckline, getting that skin off, all the way up into the head. What I'm pointing out here is how clean the muscle looks compared to the skin. It's because there's less trauma done to the head than there was the rest of the body. As you can see, the blood bubble in the neck, I wasn't sure if that was caused by the accident or actually caused by the blood pooling after it had already died. As you can see, we are just making it to the first ear on the right side, and I'm cutting down towards the skull so I do not cut the interior of the ear out. It makes it so it'll look a lot cleaner once you actually have the skin off. And also, for anyone who's curious, I actually do not kill the animals that I perform taxidermy on. I actually already find them dead, either by roadkill or being hunted or just natural causes. And that's actually where I get the animals that I perform taxidermy on. I am now working on the right side eye. I also cut downward as I did for the ears so that I will not cut the eyelids off. And also it makes it so you have actually a little bit of extra skin on the inside of the eye to remove afterwards when you're actually putting it on the form. Rather than having too little, you actually have too much, which isn't a bad thing. Now I'm working on removing the lower lip first, because in removing the lower lip it will make it a lot easier to actually get the nose and upper lip off a lot cleaner and faster. What I'm doing now is I'm removing the nose and the rest of the upper lip. I'm feeling for the end of the skull to where the cartilage begins, so that I will not cut or damage the skull because I prefer to keep the skulls as well. And here's what a raccoon looks like without any skin. Here I'm just showing the extras on the lip that I'll be removing, also how the lip is all there, none of it is cut or missing. Also I show the inside of the nose on the bits that I will be removing when I'm ready to flesh this. And that, my friends, is how you skin a raccoon that had been hit by a car.